week's episode. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. You did an episode last week with Justin. How'd it go?
Yeah.
You guys just got audio, by the way.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Who cares?
Cool.
Why do we even do? No, I'm just kidding. How you guys doing here? Watching here live at that hashtag show. You can. Hey,
I don't even know what's happening.
you know what? It's better when you can't hear me because you hear me not insulting you. You personally, whoever says that there's no audio. First comment I read with no audio, you're gonna get the wrath of Joe. Let me see. Scroll up.
You want to go all the way?
No. Scroll to see the first person that I see with no audio. Larry fucking Newbill. You stupid brother. Just kidding.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So we're here.
Out of all the people, that was the best one to pick because you know he can take it. Everybody else maybe. It's so sensitive.
We're here. We're gonna be talking about a lot of Power Ranger stuff, but you know what? I'm gonna derail this show a little bit. We're gonna talk about the stuff I want to talk about, all the stuff that I care about. We will talk about a little bit of the news. First of all, Daniel, have you heard this controversy about Jessica Rae?
What? What's going on?
So there was a promoter from More Phenomenal Expo that accused Jessica Rae. There it is. Larry Newbill already super chatted me 4-0. Well, the Niners are 3-0. But anyway.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, this More Phenomenal Expo, they accused Jessica Rae of trying to change her contract at the last minute. And anyway, she ended up getting locked out of her hotel room. Because the convention.
Serious?
Yeah, so this has become a big controversy, actually. And I've been told, I'm not going to say who, okay. I've heard that Jessica Rae actually didn't do anything. This convention is really trying to slander her, and it's kind of ridiculous. Here's the reason why I want to talk about this. Two reasons. Reason number one, Jessica Rae, I'd love for you to come on the show and explain your side of the story.
Please.
That's number one. We're hopefully going to make that happen. Number two is, here's the thing with conventions. They have too much power. They have too much power over the actors that attend. They have too much power over you people that attend. Because look, at the end of the day, what you guys are paying for every single time you walk into a convention, you put your hard-earned money down. Ooh. And you know what you're paying for? A glorified swap meet. Let's be real about it, guys.
That's what every floor is on the con.
It's ridiculous because the thing is with conventions, if I were running one of these, which we're going to be doing, not conventions exactly, something completely different, but geared towards you Power Ranger fans. But if I were to do these things, make each convention different. This is why we did Angel Grove Prom, is to make it different, make it stand out, make an impact. Because at the end of the day, you guys are spending your hard-earned money that goes to the same thing over and over again. Look, how many times can I see a Forever Red panel? There's only so many things you can do, right? Change things up. And this is me, look, just like I did, this is how Cosmic Protectors happened. We, as fans, deserve better. The thing is, we can't let conventions run our lives anymore. We can't let them own us. They can't let them take over the way that they have been because they dictate the pace of everything that we spend our money on.
Very true.
And essentially, if you're going to pay anywhere, if it's even $20, $20 is still a lot of money because even with that $20, that can be going towards something else. But if you're just paying an entrance of $20 and you want to buy stuff, that's money on top of it. Thing is, you're just going in to look at things like a swap meet.
Yeah.
And I think that's bullshit.
I agree.
Here's my whole thing about this. I personally think, regardless of what convention is, More Phenomenal Expo, I don't care what it is. The thing is, I challenge all conventions to make it more of an experience and do better. Like I said before, the reason why we wanted to do Angel Grove Prom was because we wanted to make an experience. And the reason why we made it for free is because we wanted all of you guys who paid a lot of money to go to Power Morphicon. And if you guys spent all your money coming from around the world, like we had somebody, MJ Spud flew from London, England to take a picture with Elle.
Yeah.
To take a picture with Elle. Kudos to you coming all the way from England. I think it was from London. It might have been from XS or whatever. But regardless, he came from around the world to be at that convention. And my thing is, if you're going to do that and pay that amount of money, at least walk away with an experience if you don't have any more money.
Yeah. You want something where it's like, yo, you know what? This was amazing. You want a moment where, I took picture, I took video, and that means even more than what I had to go ahead and pay to have someone give me something.
Yeah.
That's what you want. And if you don't get that, then it's kind of like, well, what'd you go for? You got to go to a con for an experience. You're not supposed to go to a con just to buy something. You can buy something online.
And we're not saying we don't support cons. We absolutely do. But what I am saying is that I would like for conventions to step the game up. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm going to tell you right to your face, as honest as I can be, is the reason I don't go to a lot of cons anymore is because they're fucking boring. It's the same thing over and over again. Same thing over and over again. The only one that's actually worth going to, I would say that I can count the ones on my hand. 4. There's 4 that are worth going to.
Right.
And they're all for different reasons.
Okay.
Number 1, San Diego Comic-Con.
This is the biggest con. Tell me why.
And because you get a real experience like that, you don't have to. Going into the actual convention floor is secondary to the experience.
Activations and everything outside.
Secondary.
Everything. Yeah.
You don't need a ticket to do that stuff, and that to me is how cool it can be. Number two, E3, and I'm not even a video gamer, but E3 is just so different because it's all about video games. But honestly, what drives that convention? The after parties.
That's true.
The after parties at E3 are amazing.
That's true.
They put so much money into open bars because they don't realize that I can drink you dry.
Well, but it's once again for the social ethic that's going on. Because it's like, okay, hey, when people play games, they kind of tend to think, oh, you play games, you don't meet anyone, you don't talk to anyone, blah, 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 which isn't the case. I mean, there are giant online communities that exist, and what they want to do is make sure they bring those online communities together. So the party ethic that happens is exactly what you do feel when you are playing those games.
Daniel, get the tables.
Let's do this.
All right, number three.
Number 3.
New York Comic-Con. I'm going to tell you a little bit about New York. This is, I will say, is far better. It's one of the best floor experiences. The reason I would say that New York is the best floor experience is because they are the most organized. You can walk into that convention and not feel crowded. That's the one thing San Diego has going against it. New York Comic-Con has the best floor, and everything's accessible, and everybody's happy to be there. They're not jaded fans like me. Number 4, rounding it out, Power Morphicon.
Nice.
Now, here's the reason why. Is because I get to meet all of you guys. But not just that. You guys, when you see me, you buy me drinks. And you buy me lots of them.
Which is a great thing.
Because you like seeing me drunk. And you like seeing Jezer be a gremlin. And you like seeing Daniel do whatever he does.
Yeah.
But you like seeing us. But honestly, the real reason I do like Power Morphicon the best is because that is the best communal fan experience I have.
Yeah.
I get to meet a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys are fucking awesome. But I will say this, though. If you want to change your local convention, tell them that you want us there, the Illuminati. You tell them that you want us there. We will change your convention. And I'm going to start that change right here at LA Comic-Con in my own backyard. Damn it, I'm fired up. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to give
you want to talk about superheroes that wear multicolored spandex? Let's talk about it.
You don't want to give anybody news on what's going on as far as...
I just gave you news.
What about the Ninja Turtles and that thing, how it's coming out?
I don't like the Ninja Turtles.
They just released a date for when they're actually coming out for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Ranger crossover.
What's the date?
December 4th.
Okay.
Don't care about that. No.
Jezer would really care about it. Actually, no. Let's talk about this. That is news. So the Ninja Turtles crossover is actually pretty cool. I heard that this is going to be in continuity with the team up that they did in Power Rangers in Space.
That's right.
Joe, are you coming to New York Comic Con this week? No, I am not. Me and Jezer are skipping New York Comic Con this year. I'm going to the Joker on Tuesday though, and I'm going to go see Gemini Man later on this week. Other things take my time this year. Sorry, but if you guys want to see us at New York Comic Con, #show will be there at New York Comic Con. The Illuminati will not.
Yeah.
But
the story.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The story.
So apparently, it's Tommy ends up teaming up with Shredder somehow. You know, I don't know how Shredder kind of convinced them to team up with them.
Or is it still Evil Tommy? Maybe is this like in between?
Ooh, it could be, but it just says that we find Tommy, a.k.a. the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, but soon discover he's joined forces with the villainous Shredder and the Foot Clan. As the Rangers are sent...
Whoa.
Here it goes. Go ahead.
There's a comment in here that says, Kamen Rider says, I think I can drink Joe under the table. You're fucking crazy, brother.
Who is Kamen Rider, brother? Who is that again?
He's one of our patrons.
No, yeah.
There's no way. Look, I will tell you right now.
Nah, man, I don't think you can. I don't think you can
drink me under the table, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Last night, I was sitting outside with my girlfriend, and Josh came over. We polished off a solid 12-pack. She polished off the apple ciders. I polished off the 12-pack. Done deal. But Josh was
like, it was great to show up here today.
From experience, Josh also knows. We used to do a podcast. I used to bring an 18-pack of beer.
Yes.
18-pack of beer. Josh, yell in the background. Did I not finish the 18-pack of beer in the hour that we did a podcast?
Sometimes before the hour was up.
I could do a whole bottle of vodka, fuck the beer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, dude,
Calm your horses.
We have an episode of Illuminati coming out tomorrow, Monday. We did with Caleb. You pretty much polished off that entire bottle of Jack.
Oh,
that he
Caleb,
brought.
I forgot about that.
That he brought. You pretty much just boom, it was done.
It was. That was fun. I mean, I would go as far as if you think you can outdrink me, come to Morphicon and prove it. Because you don't ask any fans that did drink with me. Ask Larry. He drank with
that's
me.
true.
It's not as easy of a task as you think it is. No way.
No.
All right, so let's talk about this. So, some of the matchups that you want to see in this crossover.
What I want to see, this is the thing, because the way it is set up for the Turtles versus them, I definitely want to see Tommy go against more Raph than I want to see him go against Leo. Because
too,
I feel that
100%.
Raph is more of a fighter, and that's why I want to see
I think
those
you
two
will.
kinda
I
go
also
for
think
it.
you'll see Jason against Leo.
Yep, Jason against Leo, but then now this is the thing.
Donatello
I
against
wanna
Billy?
see, yes, and now does Mikey go against the pink, yellow?
I think
or
it
does he
gets
go
pink
both?
and yellow, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I expect because the way Michelangelo's style is, it's like he can take on two at once. Where he's like, bah, oh, you didn't see that coming, boom, oh, nunchuck, and he's like, oh, kick to the face. Like he'll be quick about it, and it'll just be great. I can't wait.
Common Rider Blue 01, let me tell you something right now. If you're trading starting today, you're already behind the ball.
Oh.
My trading is every day. It's every day. But anyway, honestly, I think that it'll be a lot of fun. By the way, this is no joke. You're gonna get a peek behind the Illuminati curtain a little bit. One thing that we were gonna do instead of the Angel Go Prom, and this is legitimately what we were gonna do. It was going to be the Morphicon Beer Olympics. So it was going to be different drinking games that you can compete against #show members
At different
stations.
yeah.
This is not a joke. This is 1000% was instead of the prom. But it was pretty interesting. So it's so funny we're talking about this now.
Hey, hold on to it. It may become a thing, guys. You don't know.
Yes.
Also, in the news, Psychopath. It's coming out October next month.
Okay. So first and foremost, I want to talk. Have you read the? So in the Power Ranger Omnibus, there's a backup story about the Supersonic Rangers. Have you read it?
No, I have not.
Phenomenal. Larry Newbo says, why don't you read it?
Larry Newell says, Joe can outdrink y'all. Trust me. The man knows. He's been there firsthand. He knows it to be true.
You know who can
I know it to be true.
Do you know who can outdrink me though?
Bro?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
This is actually a true
well,
story.
it depends on what though. It depends on what's being,
She can outdrink
what's being
me.
consumed.
Oh, a
If
beer.
you guys are like,
beer.
yeah. See, but because beer you hold more.
Hard liquor,
but-
she would beat me.
Yeah, she's really good at hard liquor.
Beer, I would.
She's strong. She has just a fortitude. Guys can't deal with it, man.
Yeah, and you don't want to deal with it. But she could totally outdrink me. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this psychopath thing. It's actually the material that I'm probably the most excited for.
So pretty much what they're giving us a breakdown for is pretty much saying that Corone, Andros, and the iconic Psycho Rangers.
Have you read the preview?
I was gonna go into it right now. Oh, like actually seen.
Yeah.
I've seen the first the 4 or 5 pages.
I think
that's
like
what it is. Yeah, and I was sitting there like, oh my.
I just gave you
God.
credit, Steph. I said you can outdrink me.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. That's
Oh, that's a good thing.
yeah,
That's a
that's
good
a
thing.
Meh. Anyway, let's talk about this. So
Oh, that's interesting. I don't see why this crossover.
here's
didn't
the cool
make
thing.
sense.
So these Psycho Rangers appear, and they're terrorizing this like planet, and they're trying to find Astronema.
Yeah.
But now they're saying Astronema doesn't necessarily exist, but she goes with them willingly. Is essentially what happens in the beginning. And then you see Ashley, Carlos, TJ, and Andros. They're going down to go get her.
Yeah.
And Cassie. So it's going to be real interesting. The coolest part about this to me is that I love Power Rangers in space.
It was, once again, we're about to get to it in about roughly...
That's when
10
Josh
more-
joins the show.
Yeah, 10 more episodes, and it will happen. So it's going to be big for me. I can't wait for it, because then this book will make a whole lot more sense to me, and it'll be something I love, but I'm already interested in it.
Do you not remember the Psycho Rangers?
I do. I remember the Psycho Rangers. I remember space. I remember the race to space and all that stuff that happened at the end of this season.
I feel like it's real foggy for you.
It is, though. It is. And that's why I'm like, yo, I need to see this.
What's the clearest memory you have? Because I will say
Literally-
this. It's so funny we're talking about this because, like, I feel the same way about, like, what was it? Wild Force.
Oh.
Like, it's super fun. Like,
You're
it's
like,
super
kinda
fun.
there, but I don't remember
I
everything.
remember watching it, but then I just don't. I remember like major plot things, but I couldn't tell you like how some of the characters.
I can't know. I can't either. I can't even go into major plot things. I just really remember Astronema. I remember Andros. I remember the ship. I remember, of course, Zordon and his death or release and all that. And he was pretty much the catalyst for why the show even started or happened. That's all I remember. That's all I know. After that,
Shots
forget
at
about
Grey
it.
Goose. Thomas Franco, you're a pussy. Here's the deal. You can't outdrink me when Grey Goose is nothing. That's like water to me.
Step up to some Iranian
Like
vodka, man.
if we were drinking moonshine. That
Oh,
was,
yeah.
like,
Oh,
legit,
yeah.
like stuff. Listen, and you think you could? You probably couldn't. There for sure. You probably couldn't outdrink Jazz or Daniel either, because if
We're
you
pretty.
played,
Oh my god.
if you played some of the games that we played, listen, just Google Irish poker, and understand we played that game with
Irish
shots.
poker on top of Daniel shits himself.
Yeah, it was the worst. There's no
That
way.
game, there
I
are two
love it.
games right there.
Listen,
one game is named after
You-
me because
here-
it's that great.
Here's the deal, and I'm gonna make a shirt that says this. You came to Morphicon and you left in the hospital. 'Cause you came and you tried to compete, but you couldn't compete. Woo!
I like that. I like that. Came to Morphicon, left in the hospital, left in an ambulance.
Bear me.
Ambulance.
Can you bear me,
So,
Please?
please? No, I was talking to him. But
so this episode, starting right off, we've got on this episode we have Devon dealing with a little bit of an issue.
wait,
Well,
what? Are we jumping in the episode already?
Why not?
We're not even talking
the
about
news.
Psycho Rangers.
Oh, you still want to? Okay.
Oh, your arm just like.
I don't want to be in a kid.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Let's talk. No, let's talk more about Psycho Rangers.
okay. First off, which one is your favorite Psycho Ranger?
Well, none of them really had personality.
No, but people always choose one. They're like, oh, the red, this, blah, blah.
I think it's.
Mine is red because I've actually met him. I love him. So
I think
that's it.
Yeah, I would say red too. But
Yeah.
I would say that the most interesting story is this green Psycho.
The one that
Ranger.
they're doing for the green, they've been just building and giving us more and more and more. The green seems to be more interesting because the green is also like a planner. It seems like the green is actually the leader of them. More
Well,
and
the
more.
green doesn't exist in the show.
See, so is that why? Is that why they're writing so much for the green?
Well, it's interesting because the backstory, if you read the backstory, it's kind of like they're going on a mission, and the green is like kind of like the outcast, but he's like a psychic.
Yeah.
And they don't really use him. And they're like, I want to keep going on the mission, but like he won't. The leader Ace won't let me. But the thing is, I think Ace and the Pink Ranger are a thing, but like green and pink had like a relationship too. It's like very
What?
bizarre. Yeah. So at least I remember it like very. I read it like once and I actually read it off of an Instagram page. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, okay.
Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the omnibus, if you buy the first omnibus of Power Rangers,
Yeah.
it's legitimately like $800 now. It goes for like $800.
Hey guys, I like Power Rangers.
I don't like them.
I don't.
I just sold my Gold Ranger communicator though for
Oh, that'd be a pretty penny, man.
I think I sold it for like $350.
Love to hear it, guys. Love to hear it, huh?
Something
Love to
like
hear
that. Yeah. Oh
Jeez.
yeah.
So why the Psycho Rangers so like important to everyone?
I
Everyone
think it's
goes crazy over the
honestly,
Psycho Rangers.
I think it's the design of their suits.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like, oh, it's
And
such a dope, and
I
then
mean,
we just
like,
love them to
if
death.
you really look at the trend of what fans like, it's the villains. Like, it's the villains
Always,
that
it's
become
always
heroes.
the villains.
Or it's villains that have cool suits. Like, the Green
Yeah.
Ranger to this day is, look, as much as you guys want to argue it, it's face facts. Green Ranger to this day is probably the most popular Power
Yeah,
Ranger. Look,
yeah.
we ask our producer, Magnum, just give me an audible answer, Magnum. Power Rangers, are you a fan of Power Rangers?
First season.
First season. Do you remember the Green Ranger's name? Don't say it, but do you remember it?
Yes.
What did he look like? No, sorry. Do you remember my girlfriend Stephanie? Do you remember? All right.
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
I only remember
Wait.
No,
do you,
that's
Do you
fine.
remember
Wait.
what the Green Ranger looked like?
Yeah, he's green.
But no, what did he look like without his helmet on?
He had burgundy hair.
Yeah, but like, was it short or long?
Short one.
No, it's long.
damn.
That was wrong. But do you remember
You're
his
thinking
name?
of him now.
Matt Tommy. See, everybody knows. Everybody knows the Green Ranger.
You're thinking of him now. That's why.
Right.
Everybody knows the Green Ranger.
Everybody does know the Green Ranger. That's true, and it's a bit. Well, once again, then it is because of the design. But the thing is, like, well, okay, then we have the Gold Ranger. Gold Ranger suit was
Hey, let's
dope.
do a test. Stephanie, name the 5 original Power Rangers. Just try 5 of their names. Go, just try. You give me 5 names that you think they are.
I just know Kim.
Kim.
Okay.
That's no. Just, what,
Bobby.
Okay.
it's close.
Okay.
It's close. All right,
Billy.
go ahead.
I have have no idea.
All right, so she said Bobby.
We'll
These
count
are
that
the other-
Billy. Okay, that's fine.
It's Billy, but there's
good.
also
That's
Jason, Trini, and Zach.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So
Okay,
it's fascinating. So
He's
the
the black one, Trini's the yellow one.
Yeah.
Jason's the red one. The pink one, and Billy's the blue one.
here you want to hear a fascinating story? So last week,
Yes,
So I
yes.
totally thought he was
last
talking
week,
about when he's
last
doing
week
that,
I wasn't here, and I was talking to a bunch of scientists that were from India. There's a true story. I was at Lake Arrowhead talking to scientists from India, and one of the girls was gone, and she came back, and she said, and she was like, because one of the things on it, we were playing Heads Up,
Okay. Oh.
and one of the things came up. They were Indian, straight up from India, and one of the things that came up was Power Rangers. So you know what she said? Mystic Force, SPD, and I was like, whoa, you're going deep cuts, and she was like, well, Power Rangers is really big in India.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't freaking know that.
It's an Asian country, so
Transcend time.
Kind of.
Transcends. But anyway, so that was about that. Psycho Rangers did look pretty cool, though.
okay. So with that being the case, it's like, were they the biggest and best evil counterpoint? Like counterpart Rangers.
No, Tommy was.
So Tommy's better than Psycho Rangers, but yet people still go crazy for the Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, but people go crazier for Tommy.
That's very true. That's very true.
But then
they
if
go
you
crazy
think
for
about it,
Tommy as Tommy.
I personally wish that there was a season that never turned the Ranger good. That the whole thing, like the Lord Draken thing's super interesting because it's such a character study of like, what if he just chose to stay bad?
Yeah. And it was an actual literal choice. It wasn't something where it's like, oh, okay, we forced him to, we created him to be. He shows up and says, all right, that's it.
That's actually one of the, and it's funny because we were just talking about Wild Force. It's one of the stronger parts of Wild Force is the Zanaku story, where it's like this kind of like, it's like this like this alien being, like beast being, but he's kind of like this lone gunman kind of villain kind of hero guy. Super fascinating story.
Is it SPD that has the Alpha Team or whatever?
Yeah.
So those are, once again, people that chose to be bad. But we don't.
And they
really
chose.
have to- yeah.
The thing I like about them is they chose it.
Okay.
It's kind of
Okay.
like they were like, yeah, we're doing that.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
But I gotta say, I do like the aesthetic when it comes to the Psycho Rangers. Their suits do look great, kind of almost like Bugs. And it reminds me more of like, are they really from like Kamen Rider almost? But
Well,
they're not.
you know what's interesting to me is if you actually look at their suits, they're all exactly the same.
Yeah.
So a lot of thought did not have to go into it.
No,
if you look
no.
That's
It's
the
just
funny
simple.
thing. It's simple. It's just a different color scheme for every single one of them. The helmets are the same. The buckles, the belt buckles might even be the same.
I think they are.
But like everything is the same. So I understand why they're popular because they look so different.
Yeah.
But I give more credit to the design of other suits because the helmets are more complex. I think personally. That's why I like the Phantom Ranger the most. Is his suit looks completely different.
Phantom Ranger for me looks more like just a more improved Blue Centurion.
I don't know about that.
For me, just so it looks like. It's like
Look at
Blue
that.
Centurion.
Those suits are so basic though. Now look at it. Like,
What do you do? Look at those.
Girls are still keeping it close.
but the helmet
Girls, yeah,
design.
that's true.
The
Skirts.
helmet designs are pretty cool on the originals. If you really look, I personally always found that the Black Ranger's helmet was always my favorite.
Yeah, I thought it was more complex.
Yeah.
Just with the tusks and then.
I mean, that's
the
not a
golden
great
eyes and
picture of the
everything like
Black
that.
Ranger helmet, but if
No.
you look at a picture of it, I think it's the most complex, and I think it looks the best. It looks really good. All right, let's move on for a second because you fans don't want to hear us talk about Psycho Rangers for the next hour. You do want, hey, a little bit of a vote in the chat. This is an interactive show, or else we're going to do a live chat for all of you jabronis. So here's the deal. If you guys want us to talk about the newest episode, type in the number 1. If you want me to interview Daniel about Concert Protectors, type in number 2. And we're going to let you be the deciders of this episode. Deciders
Which is
going to be a word.
good because the thing is, this episode, once again, as we already know, has already aired in Australia. A lot of people have been going on and on about how they've already seen it. Thomas Franco being one. And
No
then-
kidding. Thomas Franco saw it?
I don't know how he did.
Hey,
it's a magical.
and if you want to
apparently.
hear a great role play story about myself, type in number 2.
No, I think we're gonna pass on that.
That'll be an
pass on
after.
that.
Everyone wants. We going 2. We got a few 2s. 1.
He's teasing for
All right, so
me.
we're gonna let you guys keep it going a little bit. We got 2s. You keep
We got a lot of
tally.
2s. All right, we got. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2s, 1s, 3.5, 1.
There goes the helmet.
Yep.
There's the Black
Tell me about
Ranger
the
helmet.
helmet.
In detail.
So let me talk to you a little bit about this helmet.
Strider's a 3.5.
The cool thing I really like about this helmet is definitely look, black and silver. Like, I hate the Raiders, but it actually is a good color scheme together.
Dude, black, silver, and then we hit us with gold, and it's just like it's all this greatness going on. Silver, once again, the precious metal. Same thing for gold, so we automatically become like kind of drawn to it. And then this dark onyx kind of thing going on. All of it works together, and I just love it in every bit. It's the most complex helmet that they had when they first started, and that's why I love it.
Okay,
Majority of twos.
so but we're gonna do ones though. I'm gonna say that we're gonna talk about the show and stick around because I promise you we will go deep into comic detectors in this episode.
Okay, all right.
So let me ask you, Daniel, did you see this episode?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Right now, if you had to start ranking what Beast Morphers is, regardless of this episode, do you think it's in the upper echelon of what Power Rangers is? Like, if you were to introduce somebody to some of your favorite seasons, would this be among them?
Not this season. Not this season.
Fascinating.
For what I know, because I've already seen how it's going to end and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And what they're going to do for the next. Next season will be the one I would be like, yo, pay attention to. This season, no. It's starting off. And that's the thing. Space, definitely. You know, that would be one. Not too much about Turbo, though. Not too much. Zeo, yes. And maybe SPD. But not this season. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, even though I do like it a lot, sorry. This season is not one I'm recommending to
Okay,
friends.
give me your 3 right now.
3 that I would?
Yeah.
Oh, like I said, SPD, Zeo, and Space.
Those are great
Those
seasons.
3,
Great
I think
seasons.
those are the ones that people will fight against. And
See,
sometimes
and here's
they say
the
it's
thing,
shit, but then I can point out good storylines.
The one thing I love about this little game is I said only 3. There's a ton that you can name, but only 3. See, for me, I think I would go a little different. I would go SPD, RPM.
Ever watch RPM?
And I would honestly go Zeo. I would go Zeo.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Right.
I think all 3 of those are very, very strong seasons.
Damn, RPM, though.
But the hard one to leave out, honestly, like there's some great ones in there. Like I think Dino Thunder is really great. But
Okay.
you got to leave it out because there's only 3. You can only take 3.
Okay, all right.
So, all right. So let's talk about this episode a little bit. Chat me up.
So, we got a VR headset that gets damaged. We got
Fucking
Zoey
yeah.
who takes her
Was it
blame
made
for
by
it.
Sony?
But the only good thing about it, the only important thing about it was that we got to see some small character development, but it was something that we already knew was going on. Zoey knew that she couldn't sit there and let Ben and Betty get in trouble again. So what does she do? I'll go ahead and fall on the sword for you guys. And that was showing that they actually are friends. Bring them into the fold. That's the whole reason why that happened. If you guys didn't recognize that, I'm sorry. You guys don't know what's going on with stories. So that happens, and then from there,
I love Ben and Betty too.
oh yeah, always great. Always great. Their slapstick comedy is actually well placed.
Yeah.
On this season, I have not had a moment where I've seen them on screen and haven't actually been kind of happy or elated that they're there because it's not too heavy. It doesn't go on for too long. They show up, they set down a little plot, and then they fall. They do whatever hijink, and then they're right off the screen.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I like that. There are moments where Broken Skull were too heavy with it, and it would go for too long.
Well, I mean, it sucks to say this too, but it's none of the actor's fault. But like Vic and Monty. fell
Oh
into
yeah,
that trap.
yeah.
Even worse.
Well,
but-
and they wrote it where they had them just going on for so long. Like, oh, here's a room full of like it's soapy suds or whatever.
But the great thing with
come on.
Ben and Betty too is they do contribute to the storyline, and they're capable people. Like
They
thing
did
is,
for this one.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that I really like about these characters is that yes, they are comic relief, but they're great. They're really well fleshed out characters
Oh yeah,
that have a lot to
Definitely.
contribute.
Definitely.
Because if you remove them from the show changes.
Oh yeah, well, definitely. Once again, and all that you're saying really matches up for this episode because remember they were putting together that kind of that Gigadrone detector, and then here comes the monster, shoots the Gigadrone detector, and breaks it apart. Now that becomes a problem, and then they put things together. Devon starts to realize, oh well, look, you know what? You lied to me already, or I had something that didn't make sense, and then Zoey admits, okay, I lied to cover up to make them feel okay or safe, and then immediately Devon, and that's what I would have done too. If you lied to me about this, how do I know you're not lying to me about this thing falling apart? You guys just probably didn't do work. You went out and had ice cream.
Question for
I
you.
loved it.
Let's revert this back to some of those retro Rangers that you're so familiar with. Is Devon a leader that you can get behind, like leaders that you've seen currently, or in retro? I mean,
I'm watching right now. We're doing the retro, which I think we'll be doing right after this.
Well, we're gonna let them vote.
Okay, cool. With the retro one, what I'm noticing more and more,
Our producer Magnum's
TJ,
like, what is going on? I prepared for the
retro. But no, the thing is with it. The thing is, what I've been learning more and more, TJ isn't really that great of a leader.
Not yet. Well,
There are moments he's rushed into fights where he should have waited and planned. He's just doing things. On this episode that we just had to cover, there was something I was like, damn, TJ, like, you're letting me down. I love you, man. But what the F? When I'm looking back at it, like,
in fairness to
maybe that's
TJ,
not
though,
the best.
in fairness to TJ, though, he was propelled into a situation without any prep work.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
Tommy was just like, "Hey, man, you help me out. You're gonna be the leader of this team," and he's like, like it's a different thing. Whereas I think, in terms of Power Ranger leaders, I think right now, currently, Devon falls in the middle. Like, not saying he can't be a top guy. But right now he falls in the middle.
That whole infighting, like literally this scene that's right on camera right now, that whole scene where it's like that infighting that just kind of gestates and builds, and Devon's like, I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if this is a good idea, and blah, blah. And you're just like, yo, take a moment. Listen. She's trying to tell you something. But Devon is like, I'm just kind of upset over the thing that my VR headset is broken, and then you lied to me. It feels like my team isn't really respecting me.
Do my
and
fans
like,
want to see something that I was just set? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Anyway, I want to talk about this though. So you know leaders of the Power Rangers. You already know TJ. Rank the leaders that you know them so far. Don't include Andros yet because I don't feel like the rewatch is going to change it.
Okay.
But you have
I'm gonna
Delphine in
go-
there too. The White
Really?
Ranger from
Nep,
Avatar.
she doesn't even exist. So I'm going with Jason, Tommy, at one moment, Billy. Jason, Tommy, one moment, Billy. No, I'll leave that moment with Billy, no. So it's Jason, Tommy, and then... Can I say Adam or no? Because there are
He's not a
moments...
leader.
All right, fine. Jason, Tommy, then Devon.
That'd be your choice.
I mean, those... How... From what
You
I've
didn't
seen...
even put TJ on there.
But, oh yeah! Oh my god! I forgot about TJ.
He was dead last year.
Jason, Tommy, TJ, then Devon.
I think I would Tommy's first for me.
Tommy Turch for you?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right.
Tommy, I think from Zeo was more of a leader than Jason was his whole run. Even as the White Ranger towards the end, he was more of a leader than Jason was his whole run. Jason.
I think that Tommy had more of an opportunity to
He
actually
did,
shine
100%,
and be that.
100%.
That's the thing. Versus what Jason was only provided this one chance, and then it was taken away.
I agree. But I feel that just like you said with TJ jumping into things, Jason did the same thing. Tommy never did that.
That's true. That's true.
And even I think Tommy as a leader, I mean, I will say Tommy and Jason would be neck and neck in terms of leadership, but I think Tommy would edge him out mainly for the respect he probably got. And let's be honest, it'd be a different scenario if Jason would have remained the leader instead of Tommy when Tommy came in as the White Ranger.
Wow.
Because I think
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, because I think that once you kind of go into that zone, you got to think this is a dude that got demoted.
Yeah.
While he was still on team.
So, but then that's the same thing with TJ. So TJ also.
Yeah, well, I know.
Right?
I disagree because I think TJ. If you look at, I want you to go back and watch when you get to space. Watch it because I think TJ's still the leader. Like he might be the Blue Ranger, but he's still the leader.
Okay.
Like he's still the one keeping the team together. He's still the one kind of calling the shots. I definitely think TJ's still the leader. Just watch it back, and I think that you'll gain a whole new respect for TJ as a leader. And I think he actually shines more as a Blue Ranger leader than he did as the Red Ranger in Turbo. Look at that. We got a super chat from Larry Newby. He says, Stephanie, tell your Raiders they don't have to beat up the Colts like they did today.
We don't have to, but we did. I mean, what?
Said it right there. We didn't have to, but we just did. That's what happens.
I know. Now
I like that. I like that.
Now the Raiders are 2-2.
Hey, that can mean something.
That's right. Your Packers are 3-1.
Yeah.
My Niners are 3-0.
Yeah, we are 3-1,
Go
and
Patriots!
it's so bad that it's only 3-1 because we should have been
The
4-0.
Patriots struggled against the Buffalo Bills, and their backup quarterback, Matt Barkley from USC, was leading the charge there. So let's not get too hasty.
It's still early,
Patriot
guys.
fans.
Hey, Green Bay should have been 4-0.
Let me call the Super Bowl right now.
Barely, but
Right now. the LA Rams will be playing against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my God, I've heard this.
Done in Sharpie so that when he's wrong.
The LA Rams.
Oh my God, wait, we got this on video. Go ahead, Joe.
will be
LA
playing
Rams.
The Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl this year.
No pats. No pats.
Bam.
No pats.
You know what?
No
Because here's the
Pats.
reason
No
why.
Pats.
Here's the reason why.
Pats.
The only team that
Sorry
I think
about the
they can
Pats.
give. This is a football show that I would love to do. The only team that I honestly think that will make it out of the AFC, because I honestly think the Ravens can beat the Patriots, and I think the Kansas City Chiefs can beat the Patriots. And let's be honest, the
Can
Buffalo
or
Bills
will?
will. The Buffalo Bills are a very good team. I understand that. The Buffalo Bills are a very good team.
Yeah.
Who's a Steelers fan here? Steelers do suck. They're 0-3, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Hey, take it easy.
Take it easy.
They're 0-3. They're like, my
God.
Steelers suck this season. Oh, but we know.
Being honest.
We
Yeah,
know.
at least being honest, that's true.
My Niners. Yeah, right.
Just
Justice
the
season. My Niners are solid this year. We're 3-0 with Jimmy G.
Yeah, I just know Green Bay. We're not gonna go too far,
I don't know. The Ravens
but we're doing well right now. It's okay for us right now, but we won't be doing
lost to
too
the
well.
Browns today.
No, the Ravens. Yes, yeah. They got dominated by the Browns. I honestly told everybody. I told everybody before the season started. Watch out for the Browns. They're going to be very good this year.
They've always done that at the beginning.
Browns.
They fall short.
The Browns never fall. They always suck. The Browns are literally have the biggest losing record in NFL history. There's 2 years in a row I think they went 0-16.
0-16. That's it.
But now the Browns. If you're a Browns fan, it's a team to watch. Anyway,
I agree.
look at that. I like how the views went up after. I actually know what I'm talking about when we get to that subject. But let's talk about Power Rangers. No, let's talk about football. Actually, I'm just kidding.
How about the cheerleaders?
I will say this. I will say with Power Rangers going back, if you look at some of the top leaders, because I think another person you want to put in that echelon, if you go through all the seasons, would be Jen from Time Force. Is definitely a leader. I think 1,000%. A lot of people say Wes, just because he's wearing the color red does not make him a leader.
Right.
Again, I also say that Tommy
thing
was
with
also
the-
the leader in Dino Thunder. Just because he's wearing the color black.
course he
doesn't-
was.
He was definitely the leader. People say, well, he's the mentor. He's a ranger. He's a fucking leader.
Yeah.
I also say that, honestly, the Purple Ranger in Dino Charge, Claire, what's her name? What was her name? Dr. Whatever. Claire Blackwelder. I only know as Claire.
yeah.
She was the leader in of that season. So
Dang.
you can go on and on.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk about this episode some more of this. What did you like?
Let me see. What was I thinking about? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you know what? I was happy with the actual good villain plan. I like the whole thing about, all right, well, we'll undo their weapons, undo their tools, and that will stop them. So now they're just a dead fish, pretty much in the field. We can get them, put them in, it's like fish in a barrel or whatever. It was literally like that, and that was a pretty good idea.
Miss Morgan, Kendall, thank you.
There you go.
We got another
And
super chat.
Ooh, super chat from Common Rider Blur.
Great question.
01.
Going back to leaders, who was leader in Wild Force, Taylor or Cole? It was Taylor. Taylor was definitely leader. Yes, 100%. She was the Yellow Ranger. She was the leader. I think that. I mean, I understand the color of red meaning leader, but the real leader of that team was Taylor. The Yellow Rangers.
Why would you
100%.
say? Why would you say Taylor happens to be?
If you go back, I can't wait till you get to that season because she is literally the one that's kind of calling out what they should be doing. What they
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100% the leader. My beautiful friend Allison Sullivan. She's amazing. I love her.
Okay, all right.
Continue on.
Oh, I like that they kept the overall goal of that whole data chip while putting it on there. We still need to be able to collect that power from a ranger. And they got the Yellow Ranger this episode, which is interesting. So now they're still working with that. They haven't forgot it. It's not something where they just plant it and say, well, we'll figure it out when it happens. No, it's like they're still working with it. And I like that. And it's not heavy-handed with it. The fight choreography on this episode was pretty good. Overall, like I said, the goofy slapstick moments with the VR helmets on both moments, at the beginning and at the end. That shark, that thing, oh, watch out, blah, blah. It just worked. It worked because it was we got to see what happened at first when they messed it up, and we got to see it again when he got it. So it's like retribution. I like that. I said about the fighting, especially when they're tapping into the beast's powers during the fight. What's her name? Doing the whole bunny jump.
Hey, Daniel, if you were merged with
I knew you were going to...
animal DNA,
I knew you were going to fucking say
what do you think
Why?
that animal DNA would be? Based on who you are, what do you think that animal would be? Let's think hard and long about it.
Elephant or a horse?
A horse?
Elephant maybe. Elephant.
An elephant?
Yeah. I'm large. I'm in charge and kind of do things.
An elephant.
It works.
Fascinating.
It works. It works.
You know what?
I'm not that fast. I'm not a cheetah, man. Hey, you know,
I think.
I'm not flying.
What
you know?
would I be?
Something that was based in Africa that's still cool. I think that still counts for me.
I mean,
Elephant.
my Patronus on Harry Potter was a raven, so maybe it would be a raven.
You think so?
Yeah. Pick at the bones. Of the
Yeah,
dead.
right. That's what you do. You just
Or I could be a
fly
rattlesnake.
around.
Don't trust anybody. I do. You know something we haven't done today is we never mentioned the super chat. You guys have obviously been using it, but the super chat feature helps support the show. You guys already know what it is. Keeps your comment there longer.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have T-shirts at the T Public store. Check them out. We talked about. I don't know why I didn't segue this into about the convention thing. Was you can buy different T-shirts at our T Public store. They're all Power Ranger seasons. You fucking know what they are, man. Just check them out.
You can get this shirt at
That's what you call a hard
right
sell.
now. You can get this shirt right now over at T Public, and it's my shirt, and it's a great shirt also. So just letting you guys know. Just letting you know.
Yeah, so check out our T Public store. You would not be a lion, Jezzer. Get the fuck out of here.
Jezzer, you'd be a lion? I don't know about that one, buddy. I don't know. What's like a kookaburra or whatever? What's a small little? I don't know.
Kookaburra?
It just sounds like a small animal.
The fuck is a kookaburra?
It's like Australia, yeah. Kookaburra, right? Kookaburra, right? It's a small little kookaburra.
Jared picked a dragon. Dragons aren't mythological
Bear.
creatures,
It's a small little
homeboy.
thing. Yeah.
Maleficent.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
Maleficent.
Well, I'm gonna pick a phoenix.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know about all that. It's a waste. It's a waste.
Jesus
Excuse me.
Christ.
Sagittarius sign is the centaur. I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, oh, I am a Sag, so maybe like a horse, going with the centaur thing. But I'm good with the elephant. I'm good with the elephant. You said a raven. Wait, what?
A meerkat.
Wow.
A leopard.
Wow.
You guys have
Wolf,
really
leopard.
strong feelings about yourself.
Yeah, like wow.
Unicorn.
That's another mythological creature. So,
Thomas Franco, you just copied off of Monte
all
Price.
right, I'm gonna pick your animals. I think
Yeah,
I do a better
okay,
job.
all right.
Larry
So-
Newble, you're a dodo bird.
No. Start with Jesse.
Jezzer, you are a hedgehog.
Okay, good. I like that. Now, Jared Hodges.
Jared Hodges, you are a cockroach.
Kamen Rider Blur 01.
Common Rider Blur Zero Run, you are a spider monkey.
Spider Monkey, like Spider Monkey. Get him.
Get
Let's
him.
see. All right, Monte Price.
You are a Labrador.
Ooh, Larry Newble already said. WWE Master.
WWE Master, you are a turtle.
Nice. Blackwing 2040.
Blackwing, you're a rat.
Rat Wing. Edward Sanchez Productions.
Huh?
Edward Sanchez Productions.
You're a panda.
All right, and Nasty Gore.
You're just nasty.
You
they said a cockroach.
are a ferret.
Ooh, and Mikey Perez.
You are a possum.
I like it. Oh, Donnie Pearson.
Donnie, what's coming to me? You're a jackass. Or I guess we call them donkeys.
Donkeys. Layla.
Layla, you're a... Let me think about this. Layla, you know what you are?
Kangaroo.
You are a angelfish.
Ooh.
Solid. Solid choice.
Solid choice. I like it. Well, there you go. Everyone's been named. Everyone's got one.
Oh, we haven't
Congratulations.
mentioned Thomas Franco.
Did we?
Thomas Franco, you are a...
Roadkill.
Hold on, it's coming up to me. It's coming to me.
Roadkill.
You're a pissant.
Nice.
All right.
I was trying to figure out how do you say mistake in the animal, but that's close enough.
All right, so...
I'm just joshing with you, man. It's how
let's
it works.
go. Let's go. What else we got? So, did you like the episode?
Ultimately, I did like the episode. There were points of it that were just like, okay, this is good, this is fun, this was great. So, giving it all, if I had to even give it as a vote and say out of whatever to 5, 0 to 5, of course, I would definitely give this episode a solid 4.
Yes, solid 4. Hey, if you guys were upset with the spirit animals I gave you, tough shit, because that's what came to mind. What'd you say? 12 out of 4?
No, I said a 4. 4 out of 5.
Oh, 4 out of 5. All right, fair. That's
4
fair.
out of 5.
Okay, so let me ask you another question.
Yes.
Oh, this actually going to go to you guys out there watching at home on your Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, America.
But
America.
do you
America.
want a Retro Ranger wrap-up, or do you want to continue this show with Cosmic Protectors? Your choice. And this is also going to be the Q&A show where we talk about whatever. It's almost like a Power Ranger After Dark.
Yeah, pretty much.
But But you guys get a choice right now. 1 for retro, 2 for the Cosmic Protector / Power Ranger After Dark. Hit it. I didn't ask for your fucking rating of the episode, you jabronis. Don't do that. I don't want to though. I don't want those. I don't care what you think about the episode.
Didn't ask. You notice that's very true.
Give me the 1 or 2 first, and then then we'll go about that. All right. So, LOL, donkey, lovely spirit animal.
Who said that?
Because it makes an ass out of you and me.
All right. So Mikey wants
Stubborn
the
and
After Dark
strong.
Power Rangers. Thomas wants the retro. All right. I think we're gonna do the Yusuf. I like your name, Yusuf.
Okay. Two.
All right, so we're doing it.
Two. All right.
We're not going to do it right now the second. What we are going to do right now the second, since you guys voted, we're going to give you what you want. What do you think?
What you want?
What did you rank this week's episode of Power Rangers? Beast Morphers. All right, we got it. We're doing the show that you want. You guys are in control. You guys are in control. All right, let's do it. What do you guys give this episode?
Still waiting. What did you give it?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see it. So,
Okay, all right, okay.
But if I did see it,
From what I've told you,
yeah, I should have just let you describe the episode.
I was. That's what I thought. I thought that's what
and
was
I just
going on.
rank your
And
description,
I
not
thought
necessarily the show.
because I didn't think you saw it. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'll try to run.
Honestly, I shouldn't have a voice in ranking this because I didn't see it. So
Hey, I just gave you a bit.
you did.
There's a VR headset.
I'm gonna go
It
solid.
fell, it broke. Then there's this monster that shows up, and they were like, "We're gonna go ahead and put these detectors
Solid
and
4.
find all the monsters."
Solid 4.
There you go.
Larry Nubo sends a super chat. He says, "Y'all gonna crap y'all pants." What I got y'all to something.
Oh, he got us something. That package. He sent it out. It's gonna be amazing.
He actually, it already arrived.
Ooh.
We do have rankings, though. We have a 3.5 from Mikey and Blackwing, Thomas Franco a 5, WDB Master 4, Layla 1.5, Edward Sanchez 4,
Oh,
Jared
apparently
Hodges 4.
you have to give Yusuf also a spirit animal.
Oh, Yusuf wants a spirit animal?
Yeah, Yusuf just walked in. You need a spirit animal, man.
Porcupine.
That's your spirit animal.
Larry Newbill 4, Monty 4 out of 5. All right, fair enough.
Okay, good.
So solid. It seems like a solid 4 all around from you good fans out there that are supporting the good fight. Now,
How do you feel about the people that keep bragging that they saw the episodes already? And do you feel that like there are a lot of the Ranger community that are just already breaking down like, oh, so the end of the season this happens, and this is what I'm speculating for on and on. Do you feel that it's like, whoa, wait a minute, because they were talking so much about us and how like, oh, you guys, I can't believe you guys would spoil this, and why would you do that? And then everyone is discussing what's happening way ahead of time now?
No.
How do you feel about that?
I actually find it quite ironic because mainly I feel like a lot of the same fans that would criticize this back. I think one of the best comments I ever read on Twitter was that you ruin everything for the fans because you spoil everything.
Right.
And then as you get those
Literally
same people,
in that voice.
as you get those same people watching the international versions that spoil everything.
Everything. Like, they get online immediately. So, this is what I'm going to tell you about what happened on this episode. You're like, whoa, wait a minute. You just told us that we spoil everything, but you're jumping immediately online to tell everyone what you saw.
So I had a great
before you phrased
conversation
it.
last night, and I was talking about one thing very specifically. And I said that you got to understand your fan base.
Okay.
Regardless of what the context was, it doesn't matter. But you do have to understand your fan base. Here's the thing. Our fan base, for you people that are watching that like what we do, that's great, and I love you guys for joining us. With that being said, there's a lot of haters out there. And to those haters, I say, thanks for watching, because I tell you, I really
It's
do
true.
appreciate it.
It's
I'll
true.
be honest with you. Thanks for watching what we do, because I can honestly tell you 1,000% sincerity, I don't watch you.
No.
So, I mean, that's just the way it goes. With that being said, I think that there's always this sense of like, honestly, I noticed something is that when people don't have the information or they don't have it first, they get upset because they don't have it first. Small example. When we released the Austin St. John information about him returning next season, there were so many people, which makes them look like fools, but there were so many people that were like, this isn't true until it's confirmed. I don't take it with a grain of salt. Here's the thing, though, and this person in particular claimed to work with Austin, and it's like, well, he told us that here there's two problems with this, is that if you knew that it was going to be out there and you work for Austin and Austin told you ahead of time, it wouldn't behoove you to say that it wasn't true, because now you look like a fool having to confirm that we said it was true. Number two, it's coming. Don't worry. I had to get it sorry. Kamen Rider Blur 01. Your figure is coming. I just had to get Brennan was gone. He was at More Phenomenal Expo. He was traveling. Brennan was gone, so I just had to get it signed by him. But me and Brennan have been talking. Anyway, secondly, the other problem I have with this is that if they would have just not said anything at all, it would have made them look more credible.
Yeah.
Now you look like a fool.
I agree.
Okay. Now here's what I do want to talk about. Daniel, you did some VO work recently.
Yeah, man.
For Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was interesting because, can I say I did more than...
Yeah. Isn't it? Is it not on the?
I don't even know if people do yet. But,
you might want to leave one of those in mystery then.
Okay, all right. So I've done some work. You guys already see my line art for my character. I had a great time actually doing just the voice for my character, because it's the thing of, okay, it's kind of slightly based on you, but there's some points that happen to be exaggerated.
Oh, wait till you read episode 2. We do our table read this week, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because episode 2, I think, is so good. Like, I have a co-writer for episode 2, Brandon Zachary. Shout out to Brandon Zachary. The script for episode 2 is solid, and right now we just finished episode 3.
Ooh.
Like, I was just reading the notes and it's like, oh, this is so good. But I can't wait for you guys to be introduced to the characters we've created. Now, let me ask you a question. If I were interviewing you about this project, which you did, let's give a little inside look. First of all, Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors is something that's put on by the Illuminati. It is something that it's essentially a production. A production that we're doing that is a not live action, motion comic.
That's right.
That's going to have audio with it. To join us, Josh isn't even. Where's Josh?
He's been on the
Stepped
phone
out.
for
He's
the
busy.
whole
Busy.
time.
He's talking to his
girlfriend.
He's talking to his granny. He's talking to your granny.
Well, yeah. That's
Anyway, I will say this, is that what you can do is you can support Cosmic Protectors on our Patreon page. That is patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. There's tiers set up. We're not, and listen, I know a lot of, and I'm going to talk about this in full right now since we're not going to do retro. Let's be real. L preps for this stuff.
Yeah.
I come in like a jackass and I just do it. A great job at it, but I do it. But what I'd like to talk about though is this, mainly because here's what I'd like to talk about is that so many people ask how to get involved. Honestly, one thing that I want to say is that we're not at all asking for your money whatsoever, because this is going to come out regardless if you donate or not, or support or not. But your support will help it get there faster. And already we've been seeing leaps and bounds how fast it's going. By the way, we're getting 2 extra mics, so I don't know if you know this or not. This is news. This is news for them. It's news for you. What we're doing now is, since we're gonna have 2 extra mics, is we're gonna start doing the recordings together.
Yeah.
Everybody that can make it, they're doing them together, and then secondary people that can't are doing
this is
theirs
going to be
individually.
good.
So now it's going to be a lot of fun doing these reads.
Oh, wow.
Not saying that they weren't the first time, because I only had like 6 lines.
No, but that's great. So us doing it this way, like the dual thing, it's going to be like old
I'm not
school,
even in the second
It's going to be
episode.
like old school Disney, where people, you have to come in
the booth.
pairings, and you have to come in pairings in the booth so you can act off of each other.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, before we were doing it just how Disney does it now, where it's like, all right, if you need someone to read you or feed you a line, go ahead, and then you have to run, and this is your motivation, and things like that, which is great. I gotta say, I do love that. For when it comes to just voice direction, it was really easy. It was nice. I gotta say thank you to Josh. Definitely. Josh is doing an amazing job.
And Justin
as far as the director
Keyson's
side.
actually directing the second episode.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
And the funny...
So he's done this before. He's directed before. He hasn't done voice.
I'm not allowed to give out some of the voice actors involved, but I am allowed to say that one of the villains in the first episode is a very familiar video game voice that you may know from a huge franchise that's based on a character that's a female character that was played by Angelina Jolie. That's really putting it out there. It's really putting it out there.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Our first villain
That's
is
nice.
a pretty
That's
good.
nice.
If you're
That's a
into
good
gaming
one.
at all and you're into a little game, rhymes with Boom Jader, you'll be super excited for that character.
Yeah, you will. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. The fact that this person's even in it, and that this person is becoming
and
a villain.
did we fail to mention Tracy Lynn Cruz is in the show too?
Hey, if we didn't tell you guys this yet, make sure that you do know. Tracy Lynn Cruz is coming back as is it reprising or adding on to her role?
She's adding on to her role
Yeah.
as Ashley, but it's Ashley in the future.
That's right. We're adding on to the mythos of what actually happens after. And I do love that fact. And she loved it so much that she was immediately just like, excited to be part of this project. Because once we told her, this is where we see you, this is why we see you this way, and this is why it's important as well, she loved it immediately.
Yeah, and then she's not the only Ranger coming back, though. I can name a lot of other ones, but the whole thing that we're doing is we don't want to reveal all of them. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's mainly because I feel like a lot of you fans have been jaded in the past about getting names that you're familiar with, getting people on projects, and none of it coming to fruition. I'm not going to do that to you. Mm-mm. What I will tell you is the people that have signed on for our first episode that are already done with the first episode that are officially in it. Tracy Lynn Cruz is one of those people. Mm-hmm. There are other Rangers that 100% have committed, huge names that have committed to this that you're going to see along the line.
Hold on. Don't give too much away. Kind of hold it back until it comes close. Don't just give everything away. We want people to just know a little bit more. Just slow down. You guys are going to find out as the episodes do come closer to being premiered. You'll find out exactly who's going to be on episode 2, episode 3, etc., etc. So we don't want to give you everything immediately. We still want to make you kind of be interested in what's happening. So slow down.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
So you obviously play the Purple Cosmic Ranger Daniel.
Yes.
Do you, as somebody that's in this,
mm-hmm.
do you know where you think your character's going?
Yes, I want to be in Forever Red 2.0.
Well, you're not even a Red Ranger.
Purple. Look, damn it! I'm the only Purple Ranger. I just need to be somewhere. Give me that. No, I'm playing. No, honestly, I'm kind of interested in where my character's going. From what I know from the first issue, it's kind of like it can go anywhere. So, it can really go anywhere right now.
So, in the next AMA, you ask, would you tell us more in another AMA video? Funny enough, the next AMA might not have me in it. It'll be some of our cast members.
And trust me, if you guys are smart, you guys will want to ask what's happening with your character. Can you give me more about your character? And you're going to want to know because that stuff really helps.
I don't think a lot of you guys know what's even happening with your characters. Cause I think,
well, up to that extent.
So let me ask you a question. How much of the script were you privy to read? I mean, you read the whole script because we did table read, but how much, when you're doing your lines, how much do you know of like what you're doing?
Oh no. When you're doing your lines, you can ask for the entire script if you want it, which I definitely did because I just wanted to know the story, and it was great that I did. But there are some people, for example, people know Daryl's in it. The man is a pro. He came in and he was like, "No, I don't want to know because I want to be surprised when it all comes to happen. But just tell me my motivation. Tell me my motivation for this scene." And then we told him what it was, and he was like, "All right." Lands it like that. I swear, he was like a one and done kind of guy. It was like, all right, here it goes. And Josh was like, damn. And then we were like, all right, do you want it? And he was like, okay, cool. And he would come and just, all right, I'm going to give it like 5 times for this one line. And then 5 different ways for this one line. 5 different ways for that one. He just kept doing it. And every time it was great. So there are different people according to how they work. But I myself, I got to read the entire first script. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you will be slack-jawed at the end of the first issue. You'll be like, what? Are you serious? Like, there's so much that happens. You learn so much about characters. You build these characters. And then on top of that, I don't know how you did it, where we fall in love and care for these characters within the first issue. I love that. That's great. Because sometimes that's hard to do when it comes to writing. As far as fleshing them out and making people care.
Common writer... Blur01, he says, if I donate $80, then CP reaches 200 and another AMA. I think I can do that when I get my first paycheck. Honestly, just giving you some advice, I would save up for you to be one of the Rangers, because one thing that we are doing, look, and this is going to be, probably I would say your only chance for a lot of you to become a Ranger in the Power Ranger universe, mainly because not only are you going to be voice acting with people that are Rangers,
yes,
you will get to become a Ranger yourself. And
that's right.
Believe me, I was meant to spoil something. Believe me, I have so many, and Daniel knows this, so many spin-offs planned.
Yes.
Of different teams. Matter of fact, you'll meet, you might not see them in the costumes, but you'll meet one of the different teams in episode 4. Completely.
Okay.
A whole new 5 people. And that's going to be a lot of fun. And look at that. Look at that. Would patrons get early access for Cosmic Detectors theme music? Absolutely. Matter of fact, yes, 100%. I think that 100%. I know that you'll get access ahead of time.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. You guys are going to get access to a lot of things ahead of time. People that are Patreon members already right now have taken advantage of seeing Morphin Mondays a week, sometimes even 2 weeks early. You guys have seen a lot of things that we've been providing to you
that's another perk.
A little time early.
You guys get Morphin Monday early.
That's right.
Every patron gets Morphin Monday a week early. So you guys see it a week before the public sees it. You guys will also, granted, every Power Ranger panel we get, you guys are going to see that early. Everything that's Power Ranger related, you guys will get to see it a week early.
That's right.
Also, and this is more of I feel like I'm trying to sell you guys on something. The fact is, like I said before, if we want you guys to join and support, and I'll tell you exactly why, is the reason I want you guys to support this project is because we are challenging the status quo of what Power Rangers can be, and we want to make it better. But not just better. Because one thing, I love Hyperforce, but the one thing that I think was missed was that all 5 of the Hyperforce Rangers were already these social media stars, which is great, or actors from the show. It's perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But I wish there was a sense of, like, anybody can be a Ranger.
Yeah.
And you didn't get that. This, legitimately, anybody can be a Ranger. As long as the patron... As long as you're part of our Patreon thing, any one of you can be a Ranger. Now, what I say is it helps support the show. Everything that you put in goes right back into the show. Go ahead.
Blackwing asks, do we need to be patrons in order to become Rangers, or you already have a selection of viewers to be Rangers already?
Well, I only literally have maybe 2 people that you guys are a part of that are going to become Rangers. And because I already talked it out, Larry's one of them, and Layla might be another one, but that's it. Mainly because you guys have to also have to understand is that once we kind of have a character that's a Ranger, we have to figure out the plot for them, put them into a storyline.
That's right.
But not only that, our artist has to draw them in their likeness, so it's a little tricky. I mean, it can get very hard.
And the thing is, you wouldn't just be a throwaway Ranger. It's not like, oh, they showed up once, and then that's it. No, there will be a story that has to have you in it and connected to what's happening. So you'll be there for quite a while.
Monty asks, how can I get to be a part of this project? Well, what you can do is join the Patreon. Or not even, just check it out. Check out patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. That's all you got to do is check it out. There's a lot of information already there. I promise you that it'll be well worth your time. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And look, just because I know some of it seems that Super Mega tier seems very expensive. Look at it from time to time because sometimes those tiers will be discounted for certain things.
That's right.
So that might be your time to jump on. But I will say that it's going to be well worth it because this is going to be... Look at you, son of a... Yeah, good. Here's one thing. Thank you, Shay. Here's one thing I will honestly say.
You know what? You said thank you. Thank you, Slug Shoe.
Oh,
come on, come here. Just a little bit. Give him just a little bit.
Oh, what you guys trying to do over here, huh?
This is going to be, you guys do not believe me, the breakout villain of the entire series. This man is voicing it right now.
Oh, you talking about them Cosmic Protectors, huh?
It's gonna be so good. He even does a movement like a monster. When
there's a great backstory to this. Actually, you can get off the camera.
Oh, okay.
There's a great backstory to how Shay actually got that role. We actually did the table read.
Yeah.
And Shay actually got really into the role.
He did.
And we were like, we just said, dude, you should just do the first villain like that. But the funny thing is, and this is the truth too, is that everybody on Hashtag Show, everybody that's done this. By the way, we're not doing retro. Josh, we're not doing retro. We're just doing wrap up all the way through. So just to.
He's like, go. All right.
So one thing is that all of us have committed to doing a villain.
Yes.
Like we don't know which one yet.
No, not yet.
But all of us will be a villain of the week, and that includes Magnum and Junior.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
Everybody will be contributing their
I think
voice
actually
to
that
a
may be
villain.
it.
So, will Cosmic Detectors be digital or print or just digital? Funny enough that you asked that. Depending on what tier you're in, if you're in the tier that gets the print version, you will absolutely get the print version.
Definitely, yeah. So then yes, the answer is yes and yes. They will be digital, there will be print. If you are a Patreon or if you're a patron, you will get that, what's it said, print version. But for a majority of people, they'll be happy to go ahead and take that digital as well. Because with the digital, remember, it is you're going to get the audio track that goes along with it. So this way, hey, saves you time. You don't have to read. You'll be able to just sit there and watch and let it entertain you completely.
Yeah. Another thing too, and like this is also going to be a great Q&A for you to ask me questions, but I'm going to ask you another question.
Okay.
Out of all, I think I've asked you this before, but where do you want to see your character go?
Oh yeah,
This is funny
so
because
I
this
didn't
is
get
like
the fully answer. I didn't
ask
get the
into a
fully
junkie.
answer.
Yeah, you never got
I
the
didn't get the fully answer. Where I want to see my character go. Now I understand that I am the commander because the purple one becomes the commander. But the thing is, I would love to see me work in conjunction with my higher ups in a way where it's like, if they want something to happen with these Rangers, they talk to me. I would love that, where it's like, I would love to give my character far more responsibility.
Have you read episode 2?
Far more strength. No, I'm holding off. I really want to wait.
That's so funny you say that because there's literally a scene at the end of episode 2 where something that you're saying rings very true to it.
Wow. See, I would love that. I think that's something that my character would definitely want and would request.
No
because
joke.
He would feel that it's like, look, I'm in the field with them, and then you also come to me concerning my team. I want to be in a better kind of connection with you guys for what's happening with my team. I think that's really what I want.
Yeah.
I think that's what my character would want. That's what I want to see from my character. I want to see that growth.
Now, me and our writer Brandon, we actually cracked Elle's character, which I think is brilliant.
Oh.
I'll tell you off screen, but I think it's very good. Here's the cool thing: I can't wait to write Jezra's character.
Okay.
Mainly because I can't. I joke with Jezra a lot about it. But people are gonna hate his character and come to love him.
Really?
Almost like you in real life. You hated him and you came to love him.
That's true. I hated Justin the first time I met him. I didn't like him at all. It was before I met him.
Why didn't you like him, though?
I don't remember what it was. It was like, I guess Justin was always there when I wasn't, and it was stuff like, oh, blah, blah, Justin, Justin. And I was like, who's the Justin guy? Who's the Justin? Yes, he's talking about Justin. Keep talking about Justin. I don't like him. And then Justin was connected with, what's his name? The dude who actually looks like a Ninja Turtle with shorts. And he has long hair.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Rank.
Yeah. What?
Rank.
Rank. What?
Right?
Was that not his name?
I think it's Rank.
What's his name? No, he's
It's Rank.
No.
Rink? It's something like that. His name's Rink, right?
He works with
Rink.
All right, we're gonna call him Rank. Jasmine, you know who it is. I forgot what his name is. He's like a. I don't know. He wears jorts. You know. I mean,
he wears big Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah, big Coke bottle glasses. So he looks like a turtle on his own already.
Rink.
He has long hair, and he has like
Rome?
jorts. Rome. That's his name. We'll call him Rank from now on. So Rank, I didn't like Rank. So automatically I was like, oh, he rolls with Rank. I don't like him too. It was just like this whole thing going on together. But then later, finding out Jezra for who he was, it was great.
Also, bitch ass.
I think he's yeah, that's right, bitch ass.
We're also going to be starting Cosmic Protector podcast, and I encourage you guys to join it because one of the first things that we're going to do is I'll take the credit for I'm the co-creator. JD's actually the other co-creator. Him and I created this together at a diner. But there's been a lot of people at this point that have contributed to that.
Yeah.
But JD and I, and maybe Toku, we're gonna have and it's gonna be a rotating podcast for the Cosmic Protectors. But the first episode is because we need to know this for the story. We're going to try to figure out in our world where every single ranger is. In the world.
I was gonna say you need a whole.
Here's the reason why. I don't want to jump into this half-cocked. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
mean?
Understandable.
You don't want to jump into this with a mini chub. But what you want to do is you want to go all in.
Yeah, you want to be full.
You want to be full.
Yeah, definitely.
Hard. But, like, that's what you want to do. And the reason why is because I don't want to just put in Power Rangers just to put in Power. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could put in, like, 7 Rangers in our first episode. But it wouldn't make... The story still needs to be good. I can't... Look, you guys know this better than anybody. You guys watched... I love you, CR Hannah. You guys watched Super Mega Force, but like, how many Rangers they have come back for that, and it wasn't great.
Oh boy!
Just because they came back didn't make it great. But I'm trying to do my best to weave in what we can do as a show. And I will be 100% honest with you. Some of the characters we've been able to capture, like some are harder to crack than others.
Yes.
But Tracy fits so well with what we're doing with that character.
Okay.
Oh, man, I wish I could tell more, but the Space Rangers play a big role in this eventually. The Psycho Rangers actually play a role in this. Squad A, which we talked about, SPD, plays a role in this.
Plays a role.
Every Ranger that we can possibly bring back will have a role, but it needs to make sense for the story. I almost feel like Kevin Feige. When I go to Junkets and I ask him something like, I'm like, are we going to see Nova? If it makes sense to the story, you'll see Nova. It's like
Nova.
it's the same
I
thing.
like that.
It's
I
the
like
same
that.
answer I'll give
Okay.
anybody. It's like, are we going to see whatever Ranger? Yeah, if it makes sense.
If it makes sense for the story, then yeah, we'll try to make sure that they're in it.
But let's talk about this because one of our bigger goals too is to we're going to have a panel at Morphicon. And I think by Morphicon, by that time, we'll be on episode like 7.
Oh,
7.
jeez.
So it'll be a big thing. We are gonna have a LA Comic Con possibly panel, depending on everything. But also a lot of things that you guys look, and I understand that I'm gonna talk about a specific season, Megaforce.
Okay.
I know that Megaforce wasn't the most renowned season for being great.
Okay.
But I am gonna do my best to redeem every single one of those characters, 100%. I'm gonna make you care about Troy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give Troy the moments he deserved. Look, in Power Rangers, sometimes you got bad characters because of the writing staff that was on the shows. Nothing against them, because there's a lot of things working against them, and there's a lot of mandates. I don't have that, so I'm gonna do my best to give you every single Ranger to their fullest potential.
Okay.
Interview me now.
Now, so with the fact that you don't have the restrictions of having to do a live action kind of, storytelling, and that you get to kind of go to as far as your ideas or as far as your fanciful mind can take you, what are the restrictions?
So
when it comes to it?
I put limitations on myself, which are 2 things. Is that I'm still going to make this for the audience that it's intended for. It's not going to be just for kids. It's going to be for... Look, it's kind of like... when you go in and you can watch something like... something like Toy Story?
Yeah.
Well, it's intended for kids, but adults still get it.
Okay.
Toy Story is a bad example. I'm going to use something like Voltron.
All right.
Where,
All
a
right.
kid can watch it. Current Voltron. On
Yes,
Netflix.
yeah.
Kid can watch it and they'll love it. But the form of storytelling is more advanced.
So far more episodic. There are stakes.
Yeah, like one
involved.
thing too that I'm kind of avoiding the trope of is that one thing that you guys are familiar with Power Rangers is that you guys get these kind of one and done episodes. You can get that here, but every episode ties into everything else in the bigger world.
Okay.
Nothing.
Right.
Hey, the word. Oh, what do they call them? What do they call those fucking things? There's no such thing as fillers here.
Oh.
At Cosmic Protectors.
Wow.
Everything's gonna matter. Everything.
Okay. All right. Are you looking to restructure any season or series of Power Rangers that wasn't good in your mind? Like you just mentioned about Megaforce, about making people care, but are you looking to all right, hey, you know what? There were plot holes in this and that, or things that weren't addressed in this, that, and the other. For example, one of the biggest ones is in Power Rangers right now. Who is the Phantom Ranger?
Oh.
Will you be answering that question?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a great way to do it too.
Okay.
I think the way that I kind of developed it in my head, and I pitched it, and they were like, "Oh, that's really smart."
Yeah.
But the way I developed it, I think is, but also this, I want to make this too where it can take place completely in canon. The only thing that would say that it wouldn't is that if the comics or the show dictate it, but then we say it's in our own universe. But everything I'm doing is going to try to fit in canon best as it can. And also, we're also including, well, we're going to try to include every single common writer in Japan Metal Hero in it. Every Metal Hero. We're going to try to put it all in there. Mainly because the whole thing with Power Rangers is it's a big world, but it can be even bigger. And it can be even cooler. Like, one thing that I've been studying a lot of is Dragon Knight. So, like, I'm going to implement that in there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's all going in there. So, just because that, like, we say, oh, you can be a ranger, you can also be one of the common riders. You can also be, or a masked rider. You can be one of these characters in the show. And honestly, the first one that I wanted to tackle, because I thought it was the most bizarre, but also one of our older cast members, Dave Baker, loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Common Rider Amazon.
Amazon.
So that's one of the first ones we're going to tackle. And the way that I have that story kind of laid out, I think it's really smart. But it's going to tie into everything. Wow. To the point where even if those were successful, we'll spin those off. Mm-hmm. But they're all going to be in our world.
Now, are all of these worlds, are they all existing at the same time?
Yes.
Or they're... Really?
Yeah, all of them. Oh, yeah. They all live in this world that we developed.
Now, question, if we can ask it, I don't know if it's going to give too much, but is there any dimension hopping, time traveling,
yes.
anything else playing?
1,000%.
Yeah.
So that's actually one of the spin-off teams, but I'm not going to say what or how.
Okay.
But it's 1,000% one of the spin-off teams.
Okay. All right. And from what you've been learning with more unknown in the U.S., which is, of course, Kamen Rider and things like that.
We're doing all the old Sentais, too. I'm going to try to go back as far as we can with the Sentais. Not only that, but what I'm going to try to do, some of all these other Ranger outlets that are out there that made up their own Ranger teams, I'm going to try to implement them, too.
Really?
Yep. Every single one of them. I want to make this the most inclusive story that you can possibly get. Whether you're a cosplayer, whether you're just a Ranger fan. This is why I'm trying to make this as inclusive as possible, where we're like I said before.
Well, Ranger Nation actually means something.
Right. And this isn't one of those things, look, and this is me talking to you guys watching us, isn't it? We've heard this so many times preached in this community about hey, let's kind of promote everybody. Let's be Ranger Nation together. But you know how many times that falls on deaf ears? That's bullshit. There's so many other outlets out there that really aren't doing that, and they're about themselves. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people can say they want to say that about us. That's completely fine. But now I'm going to prove you fucking wrong. So I'm going to show that this is absolutely for everybody, and I'm going to make sure that everybody's included in this. Now, I understand what you're thinking is like, well, you have to pay so much for the Patreon. You don't necessarily. Just watch us on Patreon, support us, do what you can. That's completely fine. But stick with it, because I will promise you one thing, is that Patreon will always be changing. Not only will that be changing, we'll also have contests amongst ourselves about introducing Rangers. Just because you think that there's this... we're not putting anything behind a paywall. All that does, everything that you guys are supporting us with, is going right back to the project and going to the people that support the project. Because we're going to do our best for you guys, but I'm not going to sit here and say that we're not going to support everybody, because that would be a lie. We are supporting everybody by doing this. And the reason I say that is because we're going to include everybody in this. Whether that means I'm going to reach out to every single person in Ranger Nation that you know. Mm-hmm. Chris Katata being one of them, Ranger Command Power Hour, every single one of them. No Pink Spandex. I'm going to see if they want to collaborate with us. And then you'll be able to see who's about what. I mean, it's that simple to me.
That makes sense.
So you'll be able to see right away who wants to work with who and who doesn't, because there's definitely, how many monsters that I can make. Anybody can do one of these voices and come in for it. Matter of fact, shout out to Angel Grove Radio, Andrew from Angel Grove Radio. He's in our first episode too.
That's right.
So this is exactly the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
That's very true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
so
sons of bitches.
When it comes to this, such a large project like this, what are the fears? What are the worries that can present themselves as pitfalls?
What do you
that
mean?
you noticed already? Like, oh, okay, I'm doing this, but one worry I have is being able to maybe obtain this talent for this voice, or I've written this, but something else isn't connected.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'll be there. No, but like, are there any worries? Are there any concerns?
I said it again?
Are there any worries or concerns with this project that may slow it down or hinder it?
Are there any worries or projects? No.
Yeah?
No. Because one way or another, and this even is a challenge to you, Hasbro, one way or another, this is going to come out. The fact of the matter really comes down to this, is that we're trying to do our best to support Ranger Nation, and we want to make you guys included in this, be as inclusive in this as possible. And I really do mean that. And there's so many things that I want to do with it that I think that everybody can contribute. Because look, once you guys start seeing your guys' name on the credits when you guys support the Patreon, or even if somebody like Larry, when he becomes a Ranger, you see his name in the credits as one of the Rangers. This doesn't just become my project. It doesn't just become his project. It doesn't become his project. It becomes our project. And this is something that we can kind of like celebrate together. But it doesn't stop there. Why does it have to stop at Power Rangers? Because one of the other things we've been toying with is Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't just stop here. We can really do something special here. All I'm asking for, I'm not asking you guys for anything. I take that back. I'm asking you for one thing. I'm asking for you guys to check it out. Just look at it and check it out. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like what you see, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine, because it's not going to be for everybody. But if you do give it a chance, I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised with what it turns out to be.
And with you being a fan of the genre of Power Rangers and everything like that, what would really gravitate you as a fan to this project?
And it will be on IMDb. That is correct.
Oh, that's right.
100%. Say that one more time. Sorry.
What, as a fan, gravitates you to this project? Not as a creator, but as a fan, what will gravitate
that's
you
easy.
to this?
The expansive universe and world building, but also as a fan. If I saw this as a fan and I knew this was an actual chance to be like a Ranger with some of the people that I grew up watching, being in regardless if it's live action or a voiceover scene, but being a part of that would be something special. Because at the end of the day, I can be like, yo, let's watch this video clip. This is me and the original Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, in a scene together. To me, that's a big deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that when you start doing stuff like that, I think that it becomes, it's your childhood meeting. It's almost kind of like your dreams coming true, because you get to play out this world and you get to live in this world. And like the great thing is, like, I'll give you a small dose of like Larry. Larry's gonna be in our 4th episode. Larry's a fan. Larry's a fan of us, and I appreciate Larry and I appreciate his support. But I'll give you a tidbit about his character. His character will be a Ranger on another team you won't know that at the time, but he will grow into that. Larry will be contributing his voice to this character. Not only will he be contributing this voice with this character, he will interact with other Power Rangers. Larry, at this point now, is going to be recognized in the lexicon of being a Power Ranger. You think about that for a second. Like,
That's big.
But not just in this kind of like jokey kind of way, but he's going to be in a scene with Rangers as their Ranger. Like, if I was somebody that could do that would, I mean, I am, obviously. But if I was a fan just looking in, I would want to do that. You know what I mean?
I like that.
But what really draws me to this too is that and for a lot of you that don't know, one of the bigger challenges that I put out there to actually Saban at the time was that we had Ninja Steel, and I love the people that were on Ninja Steel. The show was kind of weak for me, and I felt like the owners of the show were mistreating the fans' intelligence, and when they were doing that, I felt like they weren't being challenged, and I wanted to challenge them for going further out there. I wanted to challenge them for telling complex stories that could still be viewed as Power Rangers. And I was like, you know what? We're going to put our money where our mouth is and do it. Guess what? Yeah, it took us a while, but we're doing it. And not only are we doing it, Josh can confirm this, we're audio-wise, we're almost done with the 1st episode.
Yeah.
Now it's getting all artwork back. Now, Toku, who's also going to be a part of this, a huge part of this.
Yep.
I love Toku. He says, do you ever plan on an event-type story like Civil War? Quick answer is yes. And I already know how we're getting there.
That's definitely going to happen.
And I already know how we're getting there, and there's so many facets to and almost every single person here at Hashtag Show will be doing a voice for a character. I think everybody will. Like, everybody, you're up for it, right? Everybody's going to do it. So we're all doing a different voice for different characters. It's going to be a lot of fun. And listen, this is another cool thing too. Like a lot of if you guys follow cosplay, a lot of famous cosplayers are coming in to do this. If you follow WWE, a lot of them are coming in to do this.
That's right.
If you follow video games, a lot of them. Hell, if you follow certain movies, a lot of them. There's a lot of people that are coming into this that you would never expect to be a part of Power Rangers. That are going to do it. And I'm so excited. Okay, let's talk about some of these other questions. Daniel, hit me.
Well, I'm looking at the fans, and I'm like, well, most of them are asking some interesting things. One person does ask, and I think I already know the answer for this, crossover with larger, like, comic studios, DC, Marvel, things like that?
Not in the works, not in the plans. I will say this, though, because Josh would know this answer better than I would, but he was conceptualizing possibly doing a Star Trek version of this, and I was thinking, well, if we can work this out, we could cross over our own universe, so it's possible.
Space and
but I do know that the first thing that we're doing is Star Wars is directly going to be our next thing.
Okay.
I mean, Power Rangers is still going to go, but Star Wars is going to be our next thing. Go ahead, hit me.
Oh, are you interested in bringing more writers to Cosmic Protectors?
People to actually write the scenes?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'd be great. It would be fantastic. I just feel that right now, the way that it's working with Brandon and I is pretty sufficient. I will say this: it will expand, because immediately there's 2 spin-offs that happen almost immediately.
Okay.
And those are going to need a whole nother production staff. Because it's going to get massive. I mean, look, like I said before, it's not like just Cosmic Protectors is going to be the bread and butter of this. It'll be the flagship, but there were 2 other spin-offs that are going to be happening simultaneously.
Right.
So the goal that we want to do, and this is me talking about this in terms of a future plan, is that Cosmic Protectors is planned to release month to month. But once we get those spin-offs, it'll be Cosmic Protectors, let's just use March for an example. Cosmic Protectors first week of March, spin-off second week of March, and then you'll get those month to month. And then hopefully filling out the schedule for make it real programming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We live in the digital age, guys. I just saw a movie called fucking Dolomite Is My Name. That motherfucker's the most inspirational dude ever. If he can do it, if Rudy Ray Moore can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, thank you so much for the interview.
Okay. All right. Bravo.
We got more?
Let me see.
No, Matt. What's
Actually,
up?
I think no.
No, we're not. We're going for the next 45 minutes, brother.
Are you planning on bringing in a Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, which is an awesome Toku show?
Yes, I am.
Big Bad Beetleborgs?
Yes.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. Because look, you got to look at the demographic. It's a younger demographic. That's what you want. Like, you want something different. Kamen Rider Blue. I love this question. No matter what, I'm involved. What can you tell us more about your character, Joe? Ooh. I can say this based on the first episode. How much do they know? I don't know how much has been revealed, because I don't really know everything else posting on social media. But I can say this, is that I will say, here's a great. My character's a part of the team. My character's a part of the team in the first episode.
Yes, definitely, man.
My character's a part of the team in the first episode, and I will go as far as to say that he somehow was the leader and is not the leader by the end of the episode.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Very, very true. I agree with it.
A lot of mystery shrouded. And another thing, too, that a lot of you longtime Hashtag Show fans are wondering is a big thing, too, and I just talked to Myra. She's officially signed on for episode 2 or for episodes. So we're bringing back as many old hashtaggers as you can imagine.
That's right.
And the offer's extended to anybody that was or has been on our shows. Everybody. I'm talking, well, Brian's already back,
Yes.
but I'm talking like
Myra's coming
Stephanie
back.
Storm. I'm talking Nana.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Sarah?
Lon. I'm talking about Sarah.
Sarah said she's gonna.
Sarah's coming
Yep.
back. Who else? Nana. I'm talking about Dave Baker.
Oh, Dave will do it.
Dave's already
Dave
in.
will do it. Yeah. So that's.
I'm talking about Jasmine. I'm talking DJ, Ernie. I'm extending the invitation to everybody that has walked through these doors and has done these shows with us. Jeff, Aaron, yeah, I'm extending it.
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
yeah. Actually, yeah. Well, Wi-Fi if she's available.
Yeah, I'm
Wi-Fi's in
extending
for
it
Jeff and
to
Aaron.
everybody.
That's a good one too.
I'm
I like
also
that.
extending it to Mark Hamill. If you want to come on
Hey,
and
yeah.
do an episode, Hamill, the big Haminator, I think he'd be great. But no, I think this is gonna legitimately. I'm extending this to everybody. Javier, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot. He was in here for a cup of coffee.
Man, yeah, wow.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
remember-
like, they
yeah.
pulled out that name out of nowhere.
Javier.
Javier, yeah, yeah.
And also some friends that know us. Like honestly, Magnum knows this person. I'd love Cynthia to come on and do a role. I think she'd be great. She was actually on the show. I forgot. Cynthia was actually a cast member here. But yeah, she would be great. But the villains tour is just going to be so fun because, oh man, I can't wait for you guys to read episode 2 and 3. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, everybody. No, I didn't say DJ's coming back.
No.
I said I want him to come
Want
back.
him to.
There's a big difference there. We haven't even
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
yet about this.
No.
But I would love for DJ to come back. Actually, funny enough, is that the way that I have a character for DJ, I personally think it's one of the best story arcs that we were able to create. Oh man, it's really cool. But everybody, because there's certain people that we want to bring back that have very specific story arcs,
Oh.
and I think they're very, very good. And this is one of those things where, again, I'm older now, I'm wiser now. We want to work with everybody. Jessica is obviously coming back. She actually recorded her lines.
Oh, yeah.
She's
She's
done
already
with the first
recording
episode.
lines, yep.
Everybody has very specific McDolly's not gone, but everybody has very specific things that I want them to come back for. And I think that the one thing with the Ranger Nation is I want this to be true Ranger Nation, but not just Ranger Nation, but geeks uniting in general, not just Power Rangers, but like some of the actors you're going to be seeing, some of the gamers that we're bringing in. It's just going to be a different facet, and I'm really excited to bring a lot of these folks back. You know, if they want to.
I mean, I think the fans are excited for it. They're just waiting to actually see it when it hits so they can all enjoy it and kind of spread the word, man.
That's right. That's right. And even future cast members, like some of the new guys that the juniors brought to the show. I don't know how do you say it. I don't know his name. Neeson. Neeson. I want him on a roll. Who's the guy?
Neeson would be
Hunter?
good for a role.
Hunter? Is that his name?
He's our editor,
Yeah. Him. Like, all the behind the scenes people too. Kat, I'd love her to come in and do a role. JJ. Every single person that we have that's available to us, I think that it would be a lot of fun for them. Like, you want to be what? Well, you have a monster, but I think you actually have another role. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, there's WWE people that I'm really excited because I'm gonna reach out because I think I want Mike for episode 2 for the villain. But we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm trying my best to bring everybody back. I feel like this is really like the hashtag show's Infinity War and bringing everybody back.
It's going to be a big thing. It's going to be huge. Where we're going to have past Rangers, past hashtaggers. There's going to be
I want to bring
fans,
cosplayers in,
right?
fans.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about doing something like this is that nobody's better than anybody else. It's all equals.
Yeah.
We're all just lending our voices to a project. A project that you can all be a part of by supporting us at patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. You can follow us also at Cosmic Protectors at Instagram and Facebook.
That's right.
And to wrap it up, what's next? What's coming on next, guys?
Doctor Who.
You're doing that solo?
Josh said he was going to do it
Oh, Josh is doing Doctor Who.
with me.
We're doing Doctor Who. What's your episode about?
It's going to be the Army of Ghosts. So, Cybermen coming back.
Yes, there will be romance. They asked if there's
Oh,
romance.
well, there will be romance.
There will be romance and cosmic detectors.
What's the word on Ratwing? He asked. What's the word on Ratwing?
Ratwing.
You'll find out. You'll find out, my friend. You'll definitely find out.
Ratwing.
Oh, you're going to learn. It's going to be great for you.
Daniel's actually voicing 2 characters in the first episode. First 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, first 2 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You're pulling double duty there, my friend. Yeah, we're excited. But this weekend, this next coming up week, we have the second episode table read, which I'm super excited for. But thank you guys for supporting. Again, Patreon. Check it out. That's where we're at. Patreon Gold status. Patreon Ender status actually, because even at the $1 tier, I think I don't even know which tier that is, but even at that tier, I think it's Orange Ranger, Silver Ranger. I don't know what it is. Well,
Anyway,
Sky Blue Ranger.
Anyway, it is like you said.
At the Sky Blue Ranger tier, you still get your name in the credits, and we want you guys to be a part of this project. I'm just super happy that we can make a community out of this. So thank you guys so much.
So, guys, once again, go ahead and check it out at patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Cosmic Protectors. And make sure to stay tuned right here for that hashtag show. So you can be able to make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Hit that bell.
That
because it gives you
notification bell.
notifications, yeah.
That's right. So you'll know exactly when something's coming out. So you can keep up to date with everything trending.
Thanks for the live stream. Have a great week, Joe and Dan. See everybody else soon in Gallifrey. On Gallifrey.
Ooh.
May the power protect you all later, y'all. And everything trending in geek pop culture.
There you go.